Hi, this is Matthew, and today we're here to talk about the stock market and tech stocks. If you've been following the markets last week, you will know that the market crashed on Wednesday, but on Friday, it gave a glimmer of hope. Now, I want to look into the reason why the market rebounded on Friday. The US stock market rebounded strongly on Friday from a steep midweek sell-off. The market is not fully up as it was before the crash last Wednesday. Last Wednesday caused the Federal Reserve in the US proposed that 2025 they are only going to cut interest rates 2 times. So the market reacted very bad and there was a lot of sell-off and the market crashed. Also, last week Thursday, the Dow Jones break its 10 days bad runs and finished on Thursday in the positive light above the standard line. So the Dow Jones now went further on Friday and did very well, tremendously well, hitting 750 points. The three markets, the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, and the S&P 500, they did very well, and their average growth was 2%. For the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, they did well, but they've not recovered to that point as it was before the Wednesday crash. They've not recovered to the point before the Wednesday crash, so they're still coming up. Now, people will ask, why is the market rebounding? What happened differently? On Friday, the Federal Reserve in the US released a PCE price index. And people will ask, what's a PCE price index? PCE price index simply means personal consumption expenditures price index. This is a measure of the prices that people living in the United States or those buying on their behalf pay for goods and services. When you hear this PCE, you now start to think about inflation. It entails that the value of consumer dollars is appreciated. That means the money consumer pay to get goods and services have improved. The value of the dollar has improved. That's what the PCE index measures. But on Friday, it measures that this has improved. So what happened? The PCE inflation dropped to 2.4% rate in November, lower than expected. Financial experts, the Federal Reserve, they were anticipating that the drop, if there's going to be a drop, it's going to be 2.5%. But it now surprised everybody and dropped to 2.4%. This now made the markets to improve. What does this imply? When the PCI dropped better than expected, it implies that the amount consumer pay for goods and services dropped. The percentage is 2.4. It dropped in November 2024, better than expected. When they say it's going to be 2.4, it's going to be 2.5. Pardon me. When they say it's going to be 2.5 and it now dropped to 2.4, it means the consumer dollar has gained more value. So when you go to the market, things are cheaper. Your dollar can be able to buy more. The money at hand can be able to buy more consumer goods and services. That's what implies. This is why the markets went like bullish. That's why the markets start to improve tremendously. Now, the Federal Reserve uses its own parameter, which they call the core PCE forecast. So the core PCE forecast that was, anticipated for the month of November was 2.9%, but it now dropped lower than 2.9%. It dropped to 2.8%. So the core PCE is Federal Reserve preferred inflation measure, and this is giving more attention. So because it dropped more than it was expected, the markets became stronger. A core PCE index reading that is stronger than forecast is generally supportive. For the US dollar. It means the market became bullish. When the market becomes bullish, you know that the US dollar is doing well. That's why the market became bullish, and that's why we saw that improvement on Friday. While a weaker than forecast reading is generally negative, if the core PCE index forecast is weaker, it means the dollar is weak. This will affect the market. It will make the market bearish or hawkish for the USD. So the improvement we saw on Friday was because the core PCE dropped better than expected. And this is why experts are saying the coming weeks, the stock market is going to be very, good. They open that it's going to be very good. They open that the Nasdaq and the S&P are going to get back from the crash on Wednesday and going to do well. And they're hoping the new year is going to be the market is going to do well. This is what experts are expecting and hoping that is going to happen. Now, before I go forward, if you stumble across my video, please like, share, subscribe, do something to the video. It encourages me to make more. Don't just watch the video, do something to it. Like, share, and subscribe. The 4 tech stocks that I want to share with you today are ASML, Taiwan Semiconductor, TSML, NVIDIA, NVDA, Broadcom, AVGO. I will read them again. The 4 tech stocks to watch out for these upcoming weeks are ASML, TSML, Taiwan Semiconductor, NVIDIA, NVDA, and Broadcom, AVGO. Like I always say, this is not investment advice. Do your due diligence, do your research, do everything. Make sure you are not spending money that you don't need to spend on stocks. Like I said, do your due diligence, do your research. It's not an investment advice before you buy any stocks. It's not an investment advice. Do your due diligence, do your research before you buy any stocks. And I always tell people, don't use your rent money, don't use your utility bills money, don't use any money that will affect you financially to buy stocks. You use that free money, the money you want to use to buy beer, the money you want to use to buy eat snacks, all this kind of money is what you invest. And you can do fractional investing, like I said in one of my videos, fractional investing in small. If you buy £10 of a good and you know that's goods as stocks, they endeavor to take another £10 to buy the stock of that goods. Remember, it's not an investment advice. Let's hope that the coming weeks the market is going to improve, and investors are anticipating a good run for the next few weeks. So they are hoping that the market will smile upon them. So yes, this is what happened last week, from a fall on Wednesday, crash on Wednesday. Then because of the announcement of how 2015 is going to, how 2025 is going to look like. Sorry, how 2025 is going to look like. That first, I said they're not going to cut interest rate more than twice. To Thursday, when the Dow Jones just picked up and did well. Then on Friday, then when I hear of this good PCI index, so giving the US dollar more power. And you know when the US dollar is doing well, because a lot of markets all over the world are dependent on the US dollars. And you know that the markets all over the world they're gonna improve, they're gonna do well. So let's hope the coming weeks is gonna be well. And yeah, this is a good news for before the Christmas and New Year. And let's hope everything go fine. Please, when you see my video, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.